Hey everybody, Roger here. Just a really quick video. Looks like Jussie Smollett is back in the news, and Jussie Smollett is basically being indicted, or he was indicted today on 16 felony counts following what happened in Chicago, his lie in Chicago. And Cook County State's Attorney didn't respond, so we don't really know we don't know a lot of the details to this. There is a document that was posted just recently. I haven't had a chance to look through it, but I wanted to give my 2 cents in. So we have February was Black History Month, and Jussie Smollett started off with a bang on January 29th, you know, getting this all started to just ruin everything. Then we have Spike Lee's dumbass statement of racism and turning his back on the Oscar winner in his comments in his Q&A at the Oscars. We have that dumbass and you know, spoiling everything and talking about lack of progress when, oh my God, the Oscars were primarily a minority spectacle, which it seems when you look at it, when a segmented group screams long enough to be accepted, let's make change, whatever. When they keep repeating the same nonsense, thinking that they're oppressed and other people give in, it doesn't even look earned. This year's Oscar did not look earned. It looked very given as a gift. It felt like a gift. I didn't watch the Oscars, but I looked at all the results and I'm like, wow, this is weird. It's like, what is the word? All these awards are turning into participation or sympathy awards. I don't know what you would call it, but I'm done with it. So anyways, yeah, we have that. We have Jussie, Spike Lee, and then we have all the people. R. Kelly throughout Black History Month as well. I mean, it's wow, what a month to represent, right? And then not only that, but all his supporters, the majority of them, like Steve Harvey, and I think there's another scandal out with him right now. I don't know. I read a brief headline, but you know, you have all these people that are like, oh, we still believe Jussie and everything. You guys are made to look like fools, and this isn't just black people. This is stupid ass everybody else. You know, it's just ridiculous. And yeah, you know, it's again, you know, these sort of people who choose to believe instead of allowing due process to take effect, ridiculous. You do it to yourselves. I mean, you put yourselves in that spot. You know, if you understand order and law and at least again due process, then you're not going to be let down. You're going to be looking at things in a just way. So anyways, yeah, and then that's Jussie Smollett right now, and we need to keep this in the limelight. Oh, and then in January, I don't know, is January, correct me if I'm wrong, people, or just let me know, is there any sort of Native American indigenous people holiday? I think there is in January, and so that was Nathan Phillips' month. Way to go, dude. It's so... oh, it's just so funny. It's laughable. And yeah, I'm a minority. I can laugh at this. Anybody can laugh at this. I don't care if you're white. You can laugh at all this bullshit that's going on right now. So now we have Women's Day. And what was on Women's Day? Captain Marvel. I'm not sure if March is Women's Month, but I know today is Women's Day, March 8th, Friday, March 8th. And look at her. You know, all of her anti-men, her sexist, her racist remarks against white men in general. You know, it's just ridiculous. Now, granted, I'm going to say this. I understood what she was saying when she was talking about A Wrinkle in Time or whatever that stupid movie was. I never watched it, but I don't ever intend to. I'm not her target audience for it. But I understand what she was saying. But her wording was wrong. And here's the thing. In my videos, my wording is wrong like 90% of the time. You know, I'm not a good orator. I'm not, you know, it's I guess it's changing and evolving every time I make a video, and I do less ums. Seems like I do more every time I watch the videos again. But with her, she's in an industry where she has to be accounted for. Her actions can determine the success or failure of things. The success or failure of music, which her career looked like it was crap, or movies. And look at that, I just did again. So anyways, her actions can lead to investors profits being shortened, going down, being less over time. You know, like I said earlier in an earlier video, I think that her mouthy stupidness cost her at least $200 to $300 million in potential profits for Disney Marvel, and any other shareholders. So I think that a lot of them are upset. Just watched this Q&A with her the other day about, oh, you know, I'm holding up a Google sign. I think it was a BuzzFeed video or something. And she's like, what did people search for when searching for Brie? And it was all these stupid things. And I'm just like, is this supposed to make you relatable? Is this supposed to make people think, oh, she's a little dry in the humor and sarcastic, so I can understand now. Have those people look back and be like, oh, I understand now why she reacted the way that she did on the when she was talking about white men. I think the intent was to try to remedy some things, but make her attitude seem trendy. I don't know. Just my personal opinion. That's my take on that. But yeah, she ruins Women's History Day, or Women's Day, or whatever this is called. And it's funny. This is why we should never have these sort of advocacy days, or whatever they're fucking called. They're like gratuitous nonsense is what it is. And I'm not for it. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's mental. And I keep saying that word. I'm sorry, people. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think, okay, so with Jussie, he's basically in trouble. So we're going to find out a little bit more of this later on down the line. But the thing is this, just as was the case with Nathan Phillips, the MSM in their lives with the Catholic school kids, Covington Catholic school kids, and Jussie Smollett, we need to keep all this shit in the limelight. We need to hold, as far as me being a minority, I hold my people in check. And I say my people because what other word are you guys going to want me to use? I believe my people personally, in a broader scope, is people in general. I've said this multiple times. I don't think my people is a nationality or a race or anything like that. It's more just the humans in general. And overall, we have to hold these certain individuals who are trying to bring progress down again accountable. And so that's what I'm doing with this. Keep this Jussie Smollett case in the limelight. I'll be covering this topic when it comes around. I don't give a shit about the R. Kelly thing. I mean, I'm not spending my time with that. There's other... I am spending my time with the Jussie Smollett thing because it does have ramifications as far as like social relations between different types of people, white, black, Mexican, gay, straight, whatever. It has ramifications there. R. Kelly thing, I don't know. I'm not really keeping track of that. But I can only keep up with so much being an individual that I'd rather start focusing my attentions again on American politics and whatnot. So yeah, I've kind of gotten off track in the last couple months. And the entertainment industry, I would like to keep track of that as well, because that is a social aspect as well. You know, there's half of the world is going crazy, or half the critics in the United States are going crazy, saying, oh, there's a lot of people who are sexist and whatnot because they don't like Captain Marvel, and she's a genre bender, she's the first female this, the first that, the whatever. It's like, so, okay, whatever. You guys are all overreacting. If this is the pinnacle of your life right now, Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, whatever the frick her name is, you guys, number one, you are privileged. You are privileged to have something to argue about something so stupid. I'm self-aware. I know that I'm privileged because I argue about the dumbest things myself. That's what half these videos are about. But the thing is, I'm aware. You guys, the majority of those people on the other end of the spectrum are not. They're mostly like, oh my gosh, they said something bad about Brie Larson? No, I have to make my life all about it. No, you guys are looking at it from like, you really love and appreciate her, you don't question her, you idolize her. I don't do that with people. You know, I got into a little bit of a tiff, not a tiff, it was funny. A little tweet I sent out the other day regarding Styx, Hex and Hammer 666's video regarding anti-vaxxers and how he thinks they're all just kooky. In a general sense, that was his overall view. You know, he really is a proponent for vaccinations. But just like me, the majority of his reasons in that particular video were not fact-based. A lot of them were assumptive. And I said, hey, you know, you kind of are off, you know, you're definitely taking one side of this. Let me give you Truth or Talk's video here, and you should probably watch it. You know, Truth or Talk is this girl has studied all of her stuff. And again, I call her Truth or Talk. I know her name is in the video, and I should know it now. I'm so sorry, girl. You're like one of my favorite content creators right now. And anyways, keep it up, keep it up. I know that you're being censored at this point because of what you talk about. But anyways, I posted that video on my Twitter, and Tarl, 6, decided to respond within 10 minutes. It's a 20-minute video, mind you. 20-minute video, or 21 minutes. He responds within 10 minutes and says, posts a picture and says, oh, this audience for this video is very, I don't know what he said, like weird or something. And I'm looking at this like, so, you know, and then I got one of the comments from his video asking for, you know, hey, talking about death, the death of somebody's child. And I'm like, hey, it goes both ways. It does go both ways. This isn't an argument, buddy. And I didn't mention this in the comment, but I mean, he didn't watch the video. He must have not watched the video. He must have just opened up the link and then looked for a comment. And I don't know. Maybe he watched it. I don't know. But if the video is 20 minutes long and then after 10 minutes, you send me that, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Because if you were to watch 10 minutes of that video, you would be a little bit more informed about what she's talking about. It seems like you chose to be a little bit biased there. Again, I love your content. You're still one of my top 3 content creators. And you can always have tiffs and beefs with any of your content creators. You can have them with me. I'm not right all the time. I'm fucking right maybe 1% of the time, if that. So anyways, be humble, Tarl. Be humble. Don't have an ego. And be open-minded to a lot of things. It's not just parents being kooky and everybody should be homeschooled. Eventually, we all come together as a society. I have friends. I have a family. My best friends in high school were homeschooled. And they're good people, and they're out in the public sphere as well. How do you account for that? It makes absolutely no fucking sense. Anyways, that's my rant today. I went off the deep end on the last 3 minutes there. But what are you guys' thoughts regarding Jussie Smollett? What are you guys' thoughts in regards to maybe Indigenous Peoples Month? I believe, I don't know if it was a month or maybe it was a day in January. Black History Month, and stupid ass supposedly not privileged Spike Lee in his speech. Jussie Smollett getting charged here, and R. Kelly and his pee fantasies with little girls, and Women's Day with Brie Larson and her stupid divisive rhetoric. With that, like, hate, subscribe, but subscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.